Almost 8 years of civil war have left Yemen with a humanitarian crisis. But on the coast, a looming ecological disaster, a problem the UN calls a ticking time bomb.
It's a major disaster just literally waiting to happen, and it will happen one day.
The threat is from this, the FSO Sapphire, an oil tanker converted to a floating oil storage vessel in the 80s. It was abandoned when the civil war began in Yemen in 2014. Totally neglected, now it's crumbling, with more than 1 million barrels of crude oil inside.
If all the oil was spilled from the ship, it would be 4 times as big as the Exxon Valdez spill.
The Sapphire sits just off the coast of Yemen in the Red Sea. Environmentalists say it would devastate the coastline, covering an area larger than Prince Edward Island.
It's a unique area with unique marine life, a unique marine biodiversity, including marine mammals, dugongs, mangroves, whales and dolphins too.
Local environmentalists estimate the livelihoods of hundreds of thousands of farmers and fishermen would be affected. It would also block the key port where aid shipments arrive in Yemen. Environmentalist Mohammed Al-Hakami says there are 2 choices, either global support or we wait for catastrophe. The UN has negotiated a plan to transfer the oil off the Sapphire, but at an international donors meeting Wednesday, they failed to raise the $80 million needed to fund it. Canada was among those that did not donate. Local activists worry what will happen next. Yemen doesn't have a plan for what happens if the oil spills, Al-Hakami says. That's an even bigger problem right now. The clock, meanwhile, is ticking. With its insides deteriorating, the tanker could break apart or even explode, and harsh fall weather would complicate recovery efforts.
This vessel could break up tomorrow. Every day that we wait is a gamble. So that alone is a reason for urgency.
The consequence, a $20 billion cleanup bill and potentially the worst ecological disaster ever seen. Stephen D'Souza, CBC News, Toronto.